So what exactly is my plan for the evening? I kind of shot my wad with the last episode because I haven't really come up with anything clever to say, particularly for this episode. Man. Okay, kids, are you ready for some more Cape shit show and tell? Roll it. So I guess I'm going to double up the commentary here. Most of the younger crowd aren't really familiar with television back in the up through the 90s or even the early 2000s. Everyone today is very spoiled by things like Netflix and Amazon Prime. But back in the day, people had VCRs. We'd program our stuff onto the VCR and fill up VHS tapes. My mom had had a tape of Days of Our Lives, and I had a tape for what did I have a tape? I had a tape for Forever Night and a couple other things like that. But back in the back then, it's DVD wasn't around yet. We had VCRs, but it's as far as television shows go, it's you had to rely on reruns and you had to rely on new releases. So during the summertime you'd have reruns, and during the fall up through part of the spring you'd have the new episodes. And then, because, you could find some shows on VHS tape, but, it was usually, Columbia House, and, there'd be, over, 100 tapes that you'd have to get if you wanted, an entire series, especially, if it was something like Dark Shadows or something like that. So, but, yeah, you had to rely on reruns. And sitcoms were the worst at this. They did this on the end of the second season of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Back when they weren't quite sure if Star Trek was going to get renewed, because I think it was the writer's strike, so they had to cut the season short. And the last episode of Next Generation was basically a highlight episode, and it was an episode that just showed scenes from earlier episodes of Star Trek. But sitcoms were the worst at this. It was whether you're watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it doesn't matter what sitcom you were watching, there was always going to be that one episode that would be, and it'd be one of these episodes where you could tell that they gave the actors a week off or a couple weeks off on vacation. You'd have a highlight episode. And, so, the sitcoms were very bad at this. So, you'd have, an entire episode that would be made up of nothing but scenes from, earlier episodes. And I guess I'm bringing that up because I didn't really have a lot to prepare for tonight for the second episode. So right now I'm just coming up with excuses to talk. It's like I don't want the episode to be too long, but at the same time, I need to have some content. And, so like this may be a filler episode, but I hope you enjoy it. So welcome to episode 36 of Low Tide, the official YouTube show for RUDEPLANET. I'm your host. And so, speaking of RUDEPLANET, the last one last episode I filmed, which was just a few minutes ago for me, but I talked about a book that I had reviewed. I might have more reviews by now. Please visit the channel because I'm hoping to update it more regularly. As far as social media goes, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it because Twitter just brings out the worst in people, and I don't really encourage people to use it, so I don't use it. So, like, if you're going to find any news from me, don't go to Twitter. Go to RUDEPLANET or go to my socials. They're in my description. But anyway, like, the idea I was going to have at the beginning of this episode was, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. One of the trends I hate on YouTube for, like, younger entertainment is, like, hyper flash editing and sound effects, the cause or whatever the hell it is, and other stuff. Man, if that's what's popular, like I was going to do a parody of that, which at the end of it I'd be dizzy and sort of vomit off camera. And just the thought of planning that out, it's like I can do it. I've done it before. It's part of my skill set. But anyway, that was the plan. But I decided to just bitch about it instead. Hold on, I'm missing something. I can't really see. I'll be right back. If you hear me like shuffle around in the garage like that, it's not. It's all because like I have cords and cables and boxes and stuff lying around my feet. So like I'm sort of traversing through a minefield, but I can see so much better now. I just need to accessorize. It's part of the author. Anyway, so let's get into it. We are doing more cape shit tonight. Surprise, surprise. As I said, I've been social distancing, and so I don't go to thrift stores anymore or anything like that. So the thrill of the hunt I have to do at home. And so, cape shit it is. I know there are other it's like I did a Metalhead box and I did a Zombie box. If anybody has any like mystery box ideas they'd like to see from me, for the show, let me know in the comments, because as much as I love cape shit, it's like I used to collect first editions. I collect VHS tapes and laser discs. And, it's like I'd like to, diversify. But anyway, today we're doing another SellMyComicBooks Mystery Box. So, like, here's the little flyer that comes with it. And I did one just a couple weeks ago. And, take a look. So I had a bunch of Deadpool. The other boxes I've seen from other people have been really good, but mine was definitely not what I was looking for. So like this is their second season of these mystery boxes, and I got one that came in just like a couple days ago. One of the things I hate about these boxes is that they do not come in bags and boards. So I'm doing the thumbnail right now. And also the way they pack it up, you can see what's on the top and bottom books. So it's not a little bit of surprise, but cut. So I they're $30, and cut. Yeah, sorry. Trying to get things coordinated. There was like a lot of Scotch tape on this box, so I had to get through it. But I'm trying to do this without really revealing too much, because I know what the top and bottom is. But I'm gonna start here. And so, so on top, we have Green Lantern 181, which is perfect. That is definitely going right into my DC box. Who will be the new... Okay, so here's the run. One of the things that you get in these boxes is a little miniature run. So I'm getting some Green Lantern here. So like I've got Green Lantern number 181. Now I got Green Lantern number 182. Who will be the new Green Lantern? And this is Len Wein stuff too. So this is number 183. So I have John Stewart. This box is a home run for me. It's like, I know these aren't really that valuable, but like, I definitely want. So, number 184. Very cool. 184. So, the run I got, some Green Lantern, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to be, it's like I had this on me just in case. But, already, first 4 books. And so let's really go first 5 books. We have the Defenders, number 115. And I have a few Defenders, mainly because Fool Killer made an appearance in the Defenders. So like I have a little bit of a run before and after that. So I really like the Defenders. So I'm happy with that. So and this was the bottom book. It's kind of hard to see, hard to avoid it, because keep that in mind when you're opening this box. No bags and boards, and you're going to be able to see the top and bottom book. But the bottom book for this was Disney's Mars and Beyond. This is a 10 center, so this is Golden Age. It might be Silver Age. I don't know what year. 1957. So it's right on that edge. But that's like the smell of old books. Yeah, it's got some condition issues, but I love this stuff. So that takes me back. This is an old book too. We have Dennis in Hawaii, 100 pages, square bound, and it's in not that bad of shape either. What year is this? We have 1958. I bet this has a little bit of value to it. Check right here. I grew up on Dennis the Menace. I grew up on the old Dennis the Menace TV show as well. I loved that old black and white stuff. Every day I'd watch Dennis the Menace and Lassie and Mr. Ed, and then it'd go into the color stuff, and you see Gilligan's Island and all that stuff, and then the monkeys. So the comic strip. I wasn't a comic strip guy that much. It's one of those things I tried to convince myself I was a comic strip kid, when I was a kid, but like, you know, you'd go through it and then you'd throw it away, and so anyway, but like, yeah, I bet there's a little bit of value to this. So the Disney one, I don't think is going to be that valuable because they printed a lot of that stuff. That stuff is pretty common. Educational comics don't really go for a whole lot. Disney, maybe, but like, yeah, I don't see it worth that much. The Dennis the Menace, probably. So we got another square-bound classic book. We have Marvel Collector's Item Classics, 25 center. This is going to be a reprint. It's a 1968 reprint, so this might actually have some value to it too. Yeah, so yeah. Who knew? We have the Incredible Hulk special. So it's an oversized book. At last, the world discovers that Bruce Banner is the Hulk, and that's the only starters in the greatest green screen trilogy of all. Not all my power can save me. It's like the setup looks sort of like a Planet of the Apes type setup. I don't know, but like that is, man. See, like one of the things that fuels me is to entertain myself when I do these episodes, and like the last episode, you know, I've done those silverback boxes before. And, you know, so, like, I knew I was going to get stuff in there that I liked. So, like, no worries there. But then, like, you know, this one, like, the last episode, I had this ready, this on me. And, no, there's not going to be any comics ripped up tonight. But, like, I decided that that one Deadpool comic that I ripped up from that last Sell My Comic Books box, I'm going to send off to get graded. I'm going to do a little bit of decorating first. But like, yeah, one of the books I'd like took scissors to it, and I'm going to send it off to get graded. It'll be a one of a kind. But yeah, that'll be for something later this year. And then, so I got one more book, and it's an educational book. From DC, supersized From Beyond the Unknown. It's a science fiction book. It's not educational. The Man Who Ate Sunshine. Well, that's a great fucking title. What year is this one? 1971. So yeah, fantastic. You know, I wanted to come in. I wanted to like run my mouth, be like, yeah, this is what I'm going to get out of a comic box. You know, so like now I have to pretend I'm upset. I'm not upset. This is actually a solid box. This is like the kind of box I wanted to get the first time around. So well done. And for the price point, $30. I hope they learned their lesson with all that last box, because like this box is just fantastic. So, okay, chalk that up to be a success. So, yeah, hit RUDEPLANET. That's RUDEPLA.net. And I'm going to try to get more content on a regular basis. It might be one article a week or something, but I'm going to try to do something on a regular basis. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by, and please like, subscribe, and share. Like, let's grow this channel. I got some ideas, man. I want to be able to do this, you know, on a more regular basis. And I'm doing this. I'm doing a lot of episodes as it is. But like, yeah, I'd like to see some. I'd like to see, you know, some more growth. So tell your friends, get them to come here. And yeah. So that's it's episode 36. Man, we're getting close to, we're almost up to episode 50. Not too long now. Maybe another month or two. So, anyway, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll see you next time.